planet Earth, as we see it from space. Its bluish color comes from the huge expanse of water covering it, and we would not have made a mistake at all if, instead of Earth, we called it the planet of water. Perhaps it is a more appropriate name because 71% of the planet is covered by this seemingly so simple fluid. In fact, sometimes it seems as if there were nothing simpler than the water. Without smell, taste, or color, and in such an abundance around us, we do not experience water as some sort of special phenomenon. On the contrary, we treat water wastefully and without respect. But are we really aware of the importance and peculiarities of water? And do we really know all about it? Who gave us the right to claim it, reselling it, managing its flow? Who gave us the right to waste it so recklessly, to privatize water sources and make a profit out of something to which every man has an equal right by birth, just like the right to air? Is water really so simple? And do we ignore the fact that life actually originated in water? Water, the mystery of life. Recent studies proved that water has memory and the ability to convey information. Using his method of photographing crystals and the technique of freezing water in 1,000th of a second, Japanese scientist Dr. Masaru Emoto came to the realization that water receives and understands the information presented to it. The water sample is exposed to the information in the form of words, painting, or music, and then frozen at temperatures of -25 degrees Celsius. Emoto's tests of the natural water and tap water led to interesting discoveries. Tap water in his office in Tokyo did not form the crystals. A similar situation was also found in the rest of Asia and major European cities. Tap water in Venice, which is considered a global city, was only slightly better than water from other cities, but its forms didn't resemble crystals. Cities where tap water was good were Vancouver, Buenos Aires, and Manaus in Brazil. When taking water samples and photographing water, Emoto assumed that the difference in creating the ice crystals cannot be solely attributed to the presence or absence of chlorine, but also to other information that the water receives. To confirm the thesis that water has memory and the ability to transfer information, Emoto had put the same water into 2 glasses, and on the first one stuck the label "Thank you," and on the other a fool, so that the water could read it. Then he froze the water, and the result was fascinating. Water in the bottle with the inscription "Thank you" formed beautiful 6-pointed crystals, while the one with the inscription "A fool" formed only fractions of the crystal. The results were replicated when water was exposed to the words "Do it" and "Let's do it," while water that was exposed to the word "SARS" did not form any crystal. Water understands the essence of what is shown to it and accepts this information. The word that the water had been exposed to was not recognized just as a simple form. Rather, the water understood the meaning of that word. When realizing that the word spread good information, the water was shaping crystals. The question arises then of how information we receive affects us, knowing that 70% of our body is composed of water. What is a word, actually? In the Gospel of John, we find, "In the beginning was the Word." Word or vibration created the universe and life, and people learned words from nature. They listened to the sounds and vibrations of nature, and as the earth at different locations transmits different vibrations, different languages were created. It is interesting that water forms similar crystalline structures no matter the language used for writing or pronouncing a word. This happens because water will understand the essence of the vibration or frequency rather than the form. The words gratitude and love are the fundamental principles of nature. Therefore, water in its natural form creates a six-sided shape, and as a contrast, words such as idiot in nature do not exist and are created by man. The natural world is truly well conceived, where everything is balanced and there is a master listener which receives sounds, and that is water. Words and thoughts have individual and unique vibrational frequencies that can affect the world around them. One example is a prayer.
全てはそのバイブレーションで、設計されていると思いますね。バイブレーションは自然現象からまたいただいているものと思いますね。水がいろいろなバイブレーションに反応するということ、それはそのようにもともと神がなるものが作られたというふうなことからあると思います。つまりバイブレーションを水だけがよくそれを感じ、そしてそれを他のものに伝えていくと、そういう役割があると思いますね。ですので、人の意識とかあるいは自然のバイブレーションとかすべての音楽ももちろんそうだし、文字もそうだし、写真だとかそういうものもそうだし、すべての振動を持っているものが水に、プリントされる、というふうに考えています。だからあれがこれがということではありませんね。
There is a difference in the meaning between the written and the spoken word. When water is given clean, honest, beautiful prayer, then energetically that is the most powerful thought. That thought or prayer has the highest energy level. Emoto conducted experiments with water and electromagnetic radiation. One of the experiments was to place distilled water for 1 minute next to a cell phone with the link open. The other experiment was to place the distilled water next to a TV and a computer for 4 hours. The water that had been exposed to the cell phone, TV, and computer did not create crystals. He repeated the experiment by writing the words love and gratitude on the bottle containing the distilled water. The result was that the water barely showed any adverse effects from the electromagnetic waves. Words are protection from the negative effects of electromagnetic waves. Our body is a multi-frequency generator. If we want to affect the body, we should not choose one single frequency, but the whole frequency spectrum, which varies in time and allows the normalization and improvement of processes in our body. Today, we can certainly talk about treatment with sound. Do not forget that water remembers, and that we are water. So address it with respect, and water will pay it back to you in many ways. The same principle applies to interaction with all living beings and nature. Perhaps this is a new beginning. We have shown this film to water, and the result you judge for yourselves. Everything is really up to you.